Hey there, buddy. CFL Jim here with my Week 4 CFL recap. Let's get into it, shall we? Game number 1, we had the Edmonton Elks taking on the BC Lions, and what is becoming a theme here with the Elks, an instant classic game that comes down to the wire. And I'm sorry, Elks fans, but the Lions won this one 24-21. And this one was, it's what every Elks game is kind of just turned into, where the last team to have the ball is the team that's going to win it. BC was the last team to have the ball. They win the game. Now, the Lions still have a lot that they need to clean up, mainly to do with the red zone issues they're having. But I still think they're really good. Burnhams is a stud. They have weapons, but they're just right there. Right there. They're right on the cusp of that higher tier in the CFL. But they'll get there. I believe in them. And I'll say this about the game. Injuries and penalties kind of left a little bit to be desired. It felt a little disjointed at parts just as a viewing experience. But nothing can prepare you for a Canadian Football League fourth quarter. Edmonton marches down the field. They're up. What does BC do with barely any time left on the clock? They march down, kick the game-winning field goal, send the Elks home 0-4. Toodaloo, Edmonton. I'm so sorry. You're in a weird spot because you're in all these games. You're extremely competitive, but you keep losing. What do you do at that point, huh? I don't know. Game number 2, we had the Montreal Alouettes taking on the Toronto Argonauts, with the Alouettes winning 30-20. The biggest gap of the week came down in this one, and man, Cameron Dukes, as good as he's done in weeks 1 through 3, he kind of hit a wall on this one. He was good, but not great. Just couldn't make those key moments happen against the Montreal defense. Toronto's defense was no slouch either, but this game came down to just who was better, Dukes or Fajardo. It was Fajardo. And speaking of Cody, man, he does a good job spreading that ball around. It feels like everyone in Montreal is getting a little piece of the action, doesn't it? It's just something to watch. It's a sight to behold. These French fuckers just doing it and getting it done. On top of that, this game had 2 of my favorite moments of the week. We got to see another dribble kick, which is always fantastic. I love a good dribble kick.
Fajardo this time checks it down underneath Trevor Harris. He looks to do the dribble kick. Whoa! Once again, trying to reset the downs.
And B, a fake QB rush to pass. It was mwah.
As third and a full 1. Evans rolls to his right, throws it over the top, lobs it, drops it in. Cole Speaker, touchdown Owls.
Oh, it was so fun. Montreal, they have the creative play calling. They have the defense. They just kind of have it all right now. They are cementing themselves easily as the number 1 team. Now, there's tiers in this league. And Montreal right now stands alone. But I'll get to my power rankings later. Game number 3, we had the Winnipeg Blue Bombers taking on the Calgary Stampeders, with the Stampeders winning this one 22-19 in a crazy, crazy finish. Winnipeg 0-4. Who would have seen that one coming at the start of the season, huh? Not me. Not me for sure, buddy. Collaros, I think he's gonna be okay, I believe. I talked to medical Jim, to Dr. Jim, and he kind of did his view of what he thinks Collaros is going through. He's going to be okay. I think he's going to be fine. And as exciting as this game was, I got to be honest, I think both these teams kind of stink. Winnipeg, your defense, honestly, just not good. Calgary, a lot of what you're doing, not good. But man, the end. I just want to talk about the ending. Crazy fourth quarter. You think Calgary's got it, and just when you think Winnipeg's out of breath, they march down, tie it up, get to overtime, just to throw an interception in the end zone and give it up. God. Shout out both kickers in this game, too, just making it happen, scoring so many points, sealing the game. We got to appreciate kickers more, buddy. You got to go hug a kicker today, okay? In game number 4, we had the Hamilton Tiger Cats taking on the Ottawa Red Blacks, with the Red Blacks winning this one 24-22 in a surprising end. because I thought Ottawa was out of this one. I thought there was almost no chance they were going to get the win. They finally defeat the Ticats after just nothing but losses for what feels like forever. They got the monkey, or should I say the tiger cat, off their back, and they are looking like a much different Ottawa team than we've seen in the past couple years. This team is legitimate. They are good. They're learning how to win, and it's very nice to see. Hamilton on the other side, Bo Levi Mitchell had a much better game this week, but it just wasn't enough to get them the win. They continue on to 0-4. I don't know what's going on there. The city of Hamilton is in utter turmoil at the moment, and I don't know if I see it changing anytime soon. Now, my overall takeaways for Week 4 of the CFL, it's a lot more of the same. The Elks are going to be able to play anybody close. It doesn't matter if you're a bottom team. It doesn't matter if you're the top team. It doesn't matter. They could play an X-League team, a UFL team, an NFL team, a college team, a high school team. It's going to be close no matter what. And somehow, I still believe they'd find a way to lose. The losing is in Edmonton's blood at this point. And I don't know what you do. Because you're in all these games, but you can't just cross over to winning. They're like a few key steps away. And I truly believe if they can just get one win, they might be able to snowball that. And they got to push past. Another takeaway, the CFL in general, and especially the end of these games, the fourth quarter, is must-watch TV week in and week out. The CFL is the most exciting thing going on, not just in my life, but your life and everyone's life out there right now. It's beautiful. The Canadian Football League fourth quarter is a magical, almost sensual, emotional, and spiritual experience. And I envy people that get to just watch and be there in person for these games. And for those of you who haven't seen it yet, you're missing out. My last takeaway has a lot to do with the second, and it's that there's not really much that's separating these teams. It's a very fine line, I feel, between most of these teams at the moment. It really comes down to who has the ball last in these games. A lot of these games could be decided by a coin flip or just cutting a nice little thread, and I could see many of these games flip the other way, and I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. That just goes to show you where the strength is right now in this league. The parity is excellent at the moment. It's chef's kiss, some say. And that'll bring me to my CFL Jim Power Rankings for Week 4 of the CFL by me, CFL Jim, for you, the CFL fans of the CFL, aka the Canadian Football League, for Week 4 of the CFL. CFL. At number 9, we have the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I still have the bad taste of Week 3 in my mouth, and while they looked improved in this outing, I still don't believe in this team overall. I feel like they're maybe the messiest of all the teams. At number 8, speaking of messy, it's the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This defense is out of sorts. This offense is just not fantastic, and with all the injuries going on, I don't know if they're going to be able to kind of get over the hurdles that they've put in front of themselves, if you know what I'm saying. At number 7, it's the Edmonton Elks. Again, it's no surprise. I have all the 0-4 teams at the bottom. Edmonton I feel like they have a mental block right now. Once they get over that, I can see them rising up the ranks, but for now, you got to put them at the bottom. At number 6, I have the Calgary Stampeders. This team is not good, but they're not the worst. So this is kind of where they fit into the whole shebang. At number 5, it's the Ottawa Redblacks. This is where we start to get into the separation of the tiers. Ottawa is a good team, not a great team, and still far away from what they've been the last couple years. But this team still has issues that I feel put it well below the teams that are ahead of it in my power rankings. At number 4, it's the Toronto Argonauts. This team is still missing, I'd say, a key player. Dukes has been an all-right replacement at quarterback, but I just don't know if he's the guy to, get them to the Grey Cup, get them to the playoffs. I don't know if he's the leader that the Argos need at the moment. At number 3, it's the BC Lions. Offense, out of the world. Defense, much improved, but I just don't like them right now because the red zone. They got to get over the red zone issues if they want to be a top team in this league. And by top, I mean they're already top 3, but if they want to like be the number 1, like I believe, and many people out there believe they can be, they got to get over these red zone woes. At number 2, they didn't play this week. It's the Saskatchewan Roughriders. They're still extremely lucky. I'm waiting to see how they look in week 5 and throughout the rest of the season, but they're still really, really good. And I believe in them. I kind of have them at the same level as like Toronto and BC. I kind of have all those 3 grouped together. And then number 1, King of the Mountain, King of the North. It's the Montreal Alouettes. It's the Frenchies. They're just so dang good. This team is dangerous. This team is extremely entertaining. They're creative. They're like just fun. They're just pure fun, and I love rooting for them. Let's go, Owls, huh? And that'll do it for this Week 4 CFL recap, folks. I'm hoping you, just like me, have been enjoying the CFL season as you would maybe a newborn child. Just something magical that you can hold on to and hope that before you know it, you'll close your eyes and it'll be gone. But for now, we can live in this moment, enjoy the Canadian Football League, and just bask in the pure entertainment and excitement that it is giving us week in and week out. I'm CFL Jim. I'll see you next week for my Week 5 CFL recap. Later, buddy.